This channel is all about miniatures, so building a Christmas village feels pretty natural, right? But what if I took it one step further? In this video, I'm creating a snowy Christmas village for my miniature library. And yes, you're right, that's a miniature within a miniature. Stick around to see the tiniest holiday scene come to life. Welcome to my studio. I have already made tiny printables for the Christmas village, and while I start cutting out, I just want to tell you how overwhelmed I have been from your response to my first video. Thank you so much, you are amazing. And if you're new here and haven't yet watched my first video, I will link it in the description and also at the end of this video. These paper houses are so incredibly tiny that my cutting machine would have probably just torn the paper. This is why I'm cutting them by hand. It would probably work with a laser cutter. Maybe it would even cut the tiny windows that I just poked with the needle. In the same way, I have made some more houses and also a little church. Here are all the finished houses that I made, and I tried so hard to make some which look really special, like those two, but I think they disturb the scene and somehow don't fit in so well, so I decided to leave them out and make some more of the very small ones. Now the village is complete, and let's look how those houses look with some light. I want to place the Christmas village right here in front of the window, so it can be seen nicely from the outside. Now I plan the village by drawing the outline and placing the little houses. With that done, I am ready to start what will most likely be the trickiest part of the miniature, getting all the little lights in place. I want to use 6 lights to illuminate the houses. So here you can see them, and even though they are really small, the cables look giant, so I will now try to hide them as good as possible. Most of the time I avoid using too chemical or too aggressive glues, but in this case I was really thankful for the existence of superglue. And I also figured out a really cool technique. If you stick a small piece of sellotape to your finger, it protects your finger from the glue, but you can still use your finger to hold pieces together. All the cables are sorted and I have to try to solder it now. This is what it looks like now, and I am so happy all the lights are working. In the next step I painted the lights because I wanted a warmer tone. And also the rest of the landscape required several layers of paint. I decided to wrap the cables with some thread to make them look nicer. At this point I wasn't sure how I can make the surface look really snowy. The only thing I came up with was powdered sugar, but I don't want my miniature to dissolve. So in the end I figured out that I can use snow spray and glue it onto my miniature. Lastly, I want some white snowy trees for the Christmas village. So I made some white pipe cleaners and trimmed them down to form some little trees. Finally, we are ready to put everything together. With the Christmas village in place, I still want to make a star for the window, large enough to be cut by a machine, and also really easy to assemble compared to what I've done before. Also for this star I want to have a nice looking cable. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It would mean a miniature world to me. Also, if you're curious about that little Christmas tree in the library, check out my previous video. I will upload my next video on the 26th, but that would be too late for Christmas presents. So here we go.